जीवन है, life है. So there is bound to be challenges, there is bound to be unhappiness. But if I have a grip over myself and a firm conviction, and I have accordingly developed my personality to be able to get up and face all these and say, okay, they have come, lemons have come my way, let me make my life into a lemonade by celebrating life, and therefore I refuse to be unhappy. So now let's quickly get into the intellect part of it. Now in an intellectual aspect, when we analyze, what are we analyzing? The ability of our personality to think logically. इंटेलेक्ट का काम क्या है? सब डेटा देते हैं सेंसेस, वो डेटा को वो प्रोसेस करता है, और प्रोसेस करने के बाद में हमारा इमोशनल एक कंटेंट रहता है, उससे हम रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं, और दूसरा विचार करके रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं. सो एज तन्मय वाज जस्ट सेइंग दैट बिटवीन द टू थिंग्स there is a gap that he gives, and therefore he is able to think over it and then react. So let's see what happens. Am I reactive? Most of us are reactive. If I do not know something, do I ask, मेरे को नहीं मालूम, कि मेरे को कम लगता है, कि मेरे को नहीं मालूम, so I don't say anything. So I research and find out. I pretend I know. There are many people who, before you have said it, say pata hai. There is a friend of mine who has this habit of saying pata hai. So once I was telling him something and he said pata hai, so I kept quiet. So he said, bolna. I said, no, but you know it, na? So why should I waste my energy? So he gave me literally a thappad. So I said, but you said you know it. But this is the way in which people react. I feel insulted that I don't know. I feel inferior that I don't know. Multiple ways in which I can respond, if I don't know something. If my knowledge or information is found wrong, which many times can happen, because my knowledge and information is based on somebody's inputs, and it can go wrong, but I attack, I accept. So nice. I refuse to be unhappy का सबसे बड़ा गुरु मंत्र है. If I accept I am wrong, I am at peace. है ना? And there is no tension further. Once I was challaned in this coffee house square at Sadar, Ashoka Tea Palace wala, wo square, and I was singing away some song in my car and banging on the steering. Red light tha, दिखाई नहीं मेरे को, because I was in my, so I went, and that fellow फुर्र करके वो पुलिस वाले ने सीटी मारा, मेरे को रोका. तो I pulled the window down and I said, so sorry. I said, मेरी गलती है, आप चालान करिए. So there was a stunned silence for a minute, and that fellow looked at me. ऐसा कैसा? I said, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना मेरी गलती है, मैं देखा, मैं गाना गा रहा था, मैं भूल गया, देखा ही नहीं मैंने सिग्नल के तरफ. He let me go without fining. He said, जाओ दोबारा ऐसे नहीं करना, and all that, gave me a firing and all. But it took out the steam from the entire episode, for the simple reason I just accepted.
Lost the charm.
It lost the whole charm of it. I correct myself. I feel very hurt. Now these are those emotional idiots who feel very hurt if something they say and it's found wrong and all. Am I that? I have to find out. Do I get hurt easily? I am insulted. I avoid facing it. I blame someone else for it. 99% of the times, I cover up by another story. If my views are not accepted in a discussion, one is I don't care. I introspect. I avoid meeting that person. I get very angry. I feel hurt. दोनों में फर्क समझ रहा है ना? Angry and hurt. Hurt goes deeper than angry. So what is my general response? Based on the above, I feel my ability to think logically with clear reason is good, excellent, fair, weak or poor. Now based on this, I analyze my tripod. अब मेरे को पता चला मेरा ट्राइपॉड क्या है. So based on this, हम आते हैं कि ये सब की जो बेस है वो है मेरा फेथ इन माई सेल्फ. Do I have faith in myself? Swami Vivekananda used to say, you may have faith in millions of gods, but if you don't believe in yourself, nobody can ever help you. Another sentence which hit me very strongly was when he said that after all help comes from within. I didn't understand it then, but now that I am studying Ramana Maharshi and his self-inquiry technique and all that, तो उसका actual क्या कहना था, क्या अर्थ है, and what is the validity of it, one starts understanding it. Experience तो बहुत दूर है, but at least getting understanding of it and clarity of it. So all help comes from within me. That means I must have faith within myself. And to able to have faith within myself, I must be very clear about me, my relationship with this universe, what's God, what's my understanding of God, am I in fear of God or do I love God? All these things are very important because after all faith हमको sustain करती है पूरा life में. तो इसके बारे में मैं superstitious हूँ क्या? I was very superstitious before I came to Swami Vivekananda. Very superstitious. My aunts and all had such a, I had 3 mothers, my mother and my 2 masis who did not have children. So they, I had 3 mothers and 3 mothers with all their various understandings and superstitions. I completely absorbed them like a blotting paper. And till Swami Vivekananda came in my life and the whole thing just vanished in thin air. But that fear of God, God punishes, God rewards. ये ऐसा किया तो पाप होगा. What is पाप? Sin. What is it exactly? And who does it hurt? You need to understand all this. So I have to have a very clear understanding, and therefore first of all is, have I accepted myself as I am after this analysis? That is the starting point of faith in yourself. Don't play games. Accept yourself as you are, you will find you have a much better control over yourself. Am I honest to myself? Am I playing games with myself? As Vrinda said that वो मोह अपने आप इसमें भी रह सकता है. You know that I told you in the beginning, the person you think you are, such a big head and such strong arms and all that. Are you really that? Or are you just a normal human being with contents of all this? Do I feel secure about my future? Or is there some kind of a fear and insecurity? I've met a lot of, these courses I've been taking over the years, and there have been so many people who have come and said, मालूम नहीं मेरे को क्या है, but there is an unknown fear in me about future. I said, what is that fear? Can you pinpoint? He says, I can't pinpoint. So I said, you must face it. Because if it that fear, सब करने के बाद में रात को जब आराम से शांति से सो रहे, तो कहीं तो भी 2 बजे नींद जागती है, खड़ा होता है, and then you're feeling insecure. What is that insecurity about? Is it money? Is it health? Is it your relationship with someone? Is it the concern about someone else? You need to face it. So, do I have an unknown fear within me? Can I actually identify what it is? भय व्यापिने सर्व सृष्टि सहाय. स्वामी समर्थ कहते हैं कि everybody in this world seems to have some kind of a fear. और वो fear तभी जाएगा जब आपका अपने आप में faith strong and develop होगा. ये fear सब external चीज़ों का है. It is not about you. Unfortunate things will happen in life. But how much do I let them affect me? Do I get nervous? Do I have a breakdown? I am not able to stand it. I am not able to cope with it. What am I? So we analyze that part. क्योंकि ये faith पे सब dependent है. Am I nervous? I shout. Do I pray? I seriously seek others' help. It's a beautiful thing. If something untoward has happened and I am not able to think correctly, because it's a traumatic kind of an experience or something like that, do I have somebody to whom I can go and discuss this so that I get his help and that whole thing comes out of me? It has to finally come out. There has to be a closure. So it has to come out of my system. According to me, destiny plays an important role. Yes or no, or sometimes Everything is luck. I can get it, what I want in life, always, sometimes, not unless it is in my luck. I am what I deserve to be. Very difficult to accept. आज जो कुछ मैं हूँ, मेरे करने का फल है. किसी को उसके लिए ब्लेम करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. This is what I have earned because of my, as Nilanjan was saying, about my प्रारब्ध, of my पूर्व संचित कर्म. तो ये सब का जो कुछ है आज मैं उसकी वजह से हूँ. I will become what I set out to be. I agree or I disagree. I believe that God punishes, God rewards. I believe that my life is from God and unto God, but also in God. वो from and unto तो मालूम ही नहीं अपने को कहाँ से आए कहाँ जाने वाले, तो easily believe कर सकते हैं. But that my existence is in God. Not a moment am I away from Him. ये है कि नहीं है और नहीं है तो have I understood me, God, what does it mean to me? Is it a murti? Is it consciousness? Is it the all-pervading universal consciousness? What is it for me? Evil eye, nazar lagna. इस पे बहुत लोग विश्वास रखते हैं. Is it a superstition or is it really true? There are many people who say नहीं खरंच असतं बरं नजर वाईट लागते ऐसा. Daily prayers give strength. About weak minds succumb to it. Weak minds succumb to it. नहीं तो नजर, I mean, you know, when you are eating something and I am not getting it, I am bound to look at it with great. Now, so नजर लग सकती है. I don't know, but मेरे without my actual wanting to have that, it can, but it will only happen if your mind is weak, na. See, according to what I have understood is mind is a continuum. There is no, we are only islands in that continuum. And in that, so that is why I am able to communicate with you without talking also. What is telepathy? So mind is a continuum. And that's why, you know, Dakshina Murti का जो पूरा अपने इसमें है existence, his entire teaching was in silence. There were learned people who had confusion, who did not have clarity of thought and wisdom, and they sat at his feet. He didn't speak a word, and knowledge was transformed without any verbal oral communication, because the mind is a continuum. You think of me, I think of you, we are at different places, but we've connected somewhere. होता है ना कई से बार. So I think evil eye, etc., all are superstitions for the simple reason they are, maybe people with weak minds who may be thinking that may get affected by it. I don't know. मेरे को तो आज तक कभी किसी की नजर नहीं लगी. Not that I had anything great in me, but I have never ever experienced it. My elder brother was very handsome, very good looking man, and I remember as a child my mother taking out his nazar every other day. So I asked her once, I said, तू मेरी कभी च नहीं निकालती, उसकी च निकालते रहती, तो बोल तेरे को लगती च नहीं है. See, what happens is, I cannot control if I believe it, because it's not in my control. तुम नजर मेरे को लगा रही है, is it in my control? No, it is not. What is in my control? To strengthen my mind.
Not to get affected.
Not to keep my faith strong. So you may put 1000 nazar on me, it will not affect me if my mind is strong enough, if my faith is strong enough.
So faith and fear, both are equally important. We say faith moves mountains. So it doesn't matter, idol hai, nahi hai, murti hai, some people just believe in something, others believe in something. It's all about faith. So when you have faith, you have strength. And when you have fear, that is also very important, to have fear.
Of
So
what?
because of anything, like, see, fear makes you realize good and bad. very importantly. So if I know this is good,
this is
I know
a
this
good
is
topic for a nice discussion. I would say, let's, because I would need to discuss this more at length. Maybe we'll do it in the next class.
I have a supplementary question to what ma'am just said. I wanted to ask you and put it on the table. What is the scope in your experience of life and your worldview of non-belief or disbelief in an entity, the all-powerful entity called God? What is the scope of that atheism?
Absolutely valid. Absolutely valid. You don't have to believe in an entity. If you don't want to believe in an entity, don't believe in it. But somewhere within yourself, you need to answer that all this that is happening. Now, there could be one answer is accident. It's all an accident, some people say. But accident होने के लिए कोई तो भी करने वाला होना ना वो accident. वो करने वाला कौन है बे? You know, there is a beautiful Upanishad, Kena Upanishad. Kena Upanishad starts by asking the question that, okay, my mind goes to the desired object, but willed by whom? Who is this within me pulsating as I, all the time? I को मेरे को शुरू नहीं करना पड़ता. You just imagine you are not existing in deep sleep. And when you wake up, I is there, awareness is there, the world is there. It wasn't there in sleep. Now you can't deny the sleep experience. And you cannot say you were not in sleep because you get up and you say, oh, I slept well. How did you know you slept well if you are not there? So that also cannot be denied. So somewhere you need to answer for yourself this very thing. So forget about the world, forget about God, forget about all this thing. कोई जरूरी नहीं है. अपने संस्कृति में चारवाक जैसे आदमी को भी महत्व दिया गया है. Who said कि indulge, life is one time and indulge yourself fully. But the point is, somewhere within me I need to satisfy my question that okay, this universe, this world and me per se, what is the basis of this existence? That will only satisfy you, no? Intellectually and in your faith. So have faith in that. Have faith in yourself means faith in you being a part of this creation, and you know that very well that your body is changing. You are not the same what you were. You are now 40, you said. You are not the same 20 years ago what you were. So the body changes. My body is completely changed from what I was as a young man. My mind changes all the time. New thoughts, new vichar. It's one of the most traffic wala aspect of our life. Mind. Thoughts come and go. Intellect also changes with new knowledge, information and all that. But behind all this, that I consciousness, awareness which is within me, that doesn't change. So what is that awareness? If you look for it, you don't need to have a God or something like that. No, not at all necessary.
Yeah, ma'am's point was good and evil should coexist.
No, she was saying that fear and faith, both.
Fear and faith is necessary. I would say that
better we'll come to a discussion on that in a threadbare, because it's a very interesting topic.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, let's not take it now. We will have a separate discussion. It's a very interesting topic she's brought forth. So let's see how important is fear in life. Misfortune is God sent. It is mostly man-made. Sometimes God sent. So these are the ways in which but it's my most important question according to me is, do you have a mechanism? See, prayers, for example, I have personally found is very, very powerful, very, very helpful. And in the Christian faith and all, if you see people really, and even in the Muslim faith, the prayers, those who are really, I'm not going, but don't go by the terrorist kind of brands, but the others, their quality of life, etc., because of these prayers is very, very good. They are very good human beings. So prayers is one which helps a lot, gives us strength, etc. I personally feel. But you may have something else. Because you need to pray to someone. So for example, in Vivek's case, when he's saying that he doesn't believe in a personal God, and then the prayers may not be relevant for him, but maybe reading something good, observing something nice, a good painting, a good theatrical performance. They can be elevating experiences, watching a good landscape. I mean, I've seen people just sit in trance before a mountainscape, the river meandering below and all that, and they are by themselves at peace. You want to go and talk to them, they are not interested in talking with you. They are just there for the moment and enjoying that peace. And one beautiful at Ekdam trance, William Wordsworth used to go into trance. So, I mean, you know, it can be any other way in which you can do this. And finally, in this we will see, what are my values in life? Unless I get something tangible, why should I do for others? अपने को क्या मिल रहा? Utilitarian approach. Confidence comes with money. Majority of the people feel this is, but you have to decide for yourself by observing. Not only your experience, but according to you, मान लो जिसके पास में वो उतना पैसा जो तुमको लगता है, तो easy confident. Just find out. Now, what is very important is to acquire. वो चीज़ मेरे पास होनी चाहिए. And many architects complain, you know, that हमारा major problem ये है कि when we design a house, we show it to the client, and the interiors people show this and all, and they say, yeah, fine, fine. And Vinita Agay, who is one of the leading interior designers, she was telling me, she said, I give 3 sittings to the client कि ये interiors final करने के लिए. After that, I don't allow them to change. But I said, isn't that too authoritarian? She said, no, Vilas, otherwise it's endless. Because वो किसी के घर में जाके देख कर है तो मेरे को वैसी टेबल होना, ऐसी कुर्सी होना, वैसा ही लाइट होना, and so you keep on changing. So to acquire, I can't appreciate a thing if it is in your house. I must have it in my house, and you know, so that's a $1 billion business as well as an irritant for an interior designer. Acquisition. If performance is bad, I say the performer is bad. Confusion between the two. You see, and this is a value very, very important. I may have done something wrong, but am I bad, or is that performance bad? Now, when we are criticizing someone, it's usually we confuse the performance with the performer, and we lose the performer by telling him that you are stupid or you are useless.
The journey affects this, sir. The journey affects this.
Yeah.
The performance. When we say performance, that means if I have a certain goal in my life, I will achieve the goal. What will make all the difference is the journey. So, the performer and the performance.
Yeah, but here I'm talking in terms of me when I'm assessing somebody and all that. Now, supposing you've done something wrong. So, will I say कि Jayashri, you are of no or Jayashri, you did do that properly. So, if I say Jayashri, you are bad or you are wrong, I've lost you. But if I say that performance is bad, there is an opportunity for you to improve on it and perhaps discuss why it went wrong. दोनों में एकदम फर्क हो जाता है.
So, that's what the performer may be excellent.
The performance,
one performance is good. It's all about his journey towards that performance. The so other performance is bad. It's all about the journey towards that performance.
One person in catering business, my friend, was telling me that we are as good as the last dish which we have served. हमने 1000 बार अच्छा मान लो पनीर पसंदा बनाया, but one time it goes bad and the fellow comes back criticizing and howling कि your chef doesn't know anything, cooking, फलाना ढिकाना. He said it doesn't matter. We have to be as good as the last service which you gave.
There's a philosophy in boxing that you're as good as your next fight. It doesn't matter how good you were in the past or how badly you failed. How good you are in your next fight and how well you prepare for it.
I know.
There's a bit of a dichotomy.
Add something. I think sports is a very good example of this. Like you can't judge a player if he's had a bad tournament, a bad match. I think Roger Federer rightly said so that more than 50% of the points he has lost in his game, but that doesn't define him as the great legend he is right now.
Yeah, very well. This is very important. You know, you see this happen. अपने यहाँ पे cricket match India ने हारी. कि people are ready to give them boots and chappals and things like that, और क्या करते तमाशे and all, इसको भगा दो, इसको ये कर दो and all. I mean, अरे you, it's a game यार, you can win and lose. What's there to kind of, criticize the performer so much? Phukat ka kha rahe. All kinds of comments I've heard people say. Do I evaluate the performer or the performance? Now then, what do I think? Life is to fully enjoy? I don't know. You have to answer. Success is everything. Attempt is not. Success is everything. Sacrifice for others is a total waste, or it makes you feel good, or it is well worth it. Depends. Whatever you agree and whatever is your take. Ends justify the means. Somehow or the other, you have to get it. By hook, crook. By hook or crook, what do I believe in? Truth is a value I practice. I expect from others 100%. Everybody expects the other person to be honest. A value good for preaching only. हमेशा सच बोलो. And कितनी बार अपन छोटी छोटी चीज के लिए झूठ बोलते लाइफ में. कोई जरूरत नहीं रहती पर मारते. Just think about it. Non-violence is a value best discussed. I believe, I practice, I live by. Now here violence doesn't mean physical only. It can be mental. Words. So these are the ways in which we look ourselves. And once we do this, we should enjoy doing these, because what have we done? We have tried to understand ourselves better. मेरा ट्राई डायमेंशन कैसा है. अब इसके बाद में we will go to a very important part is our self image in the next session.